the world that we live.
So we are live. Welcome everybody to Elevate Together. Thank you for being here today from everywhere in the world. From people from Argentina, from America. It's amazing. So thank you so much for joining this amazing community that we are just creating, and with amazing conscious people. And I'm so excited today because I have one of my best friends. He's from Argentina. His name is Tomi. And I'm so excited to having him in our community because he has a lot of things to share with us, and about we're going to be talking about in a little bit. But today we choose the topic of mindset, I'm so excited. Tomi, you want to take yourself your introduction?
Oh yeah, sure. Well, First thing first, thank you very much for the intro. Love you. Well, so if I have to describe myself, I am a vegan fitness or health influencer. Influencer meaning influencer on my specific niche, right? And I went vegan like 6 years ago, something like that. But I mean, it wasn't about only being vegan. We have been in the game of being health conscious individuals since like forever, right? Let's call it like 10 years ago, 1 decade. So I started my journey just realizing how amazing the human body is. And I was actually on my late teens. I was smashing my body pretty hard and not in the right way, if you know what I mean. So when I became a little bit more conscious about this beautiful machinery that we all have, and we should all treat the same way. My first reasoning about that was, okay, if I have a Ferrari, right, I will have to put the best fuel into it. So I started learning about nutrition and proper nutrition. I did my work, I researched a lot, and believe me that I didn't I hated university. I was on law school, then I jumped to nutrition, hated it. I didn't want to read anything, but yes, I was a huge fan about research, nutrition research. So I think that it's a lost science, and it's always good to prevent rather than try to fix or treat or heal, right? So I did it all, right? I jumped on all the diets known to humankind. I did my work. I did even my blood work, tested everything. And at the end of 2016, due to gut problem caused by stress, the other nutrition, about the mindset, right? And caused by a not ideal diet called the keto one. My doctor told me that I had to eat plant-based for a couple of weeks before I went to holiday with the guys. Actually, we were going to go skiing, snowboarding, and I started. Obviously, I changed all my animal proteins to plant-based protein. I already knew how to do my calories, macros, and micronutrients, super important as well. And yeah, I started to feel pretty damn amazing, to be honest. And I started research the why once again. And I felt in love with the nutrition and health perspective of a plant-based diet. I wasn't vegan for ethical reasons. I, quite honest, didn't give up a flying F. But then obviously I felt for the moral, for the ethic part of it. And yeah, it's been a, I don't want to say a roller coaster because I didn't have my downs, but yeah, I learned a lot, and nowadays I can truly say that I acquire a lot of knowledge, more so to teach to others, and that's what I am doing. I went from law to becoming a nutrition health coach, certified PT, and I'm all over there, like everyone that is joining us here in the Zoom, Gons as well, and we are giving away a little bit of our knowledge to everyone because we want everyone to succeed as well. So that's
Oh,
pretty much
that's
it.
amazing. That's amazing. Thank you for sharing, brother. Thank you for sharing. I really feel you. I love that what you had to pass through, being through, and you had to go through to to realize and to change the way you were living. You know, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be talking about mindset, right? And
Yep.
how was for you to go from one mindset to another one, you know, to change your life completely? How that process start for you? I mean, what was the first step that you took in order to start changing your life forever?
Okay, cool. So I'm just going to drop in the chat what
Yeah,
mindset is, right?
yeah,
Because mindset is this established set of attitudes that someone held.
yeah, yeah.
So my attitude toward my body back in those days and my machinery, my Ferrari, was not ideal to say the least. So I thought that you could do whatever and place whatever type of gas dash fuel dash food, alcohol, whatever, treating like a proper teen on those days. And when I saw the progress of one specific friend regarding only the superficial thing, because I'm always honest about that. I started my journey because I saw a friend or I saw someone that I followed it in that time, and he started to have a pretty damn good physique, and I was sold by it, just the superficial side of it, right? I didn't knew that actually doing the work, like treating our body with respect, and instead of focusing on just get that specific body rather than doing the work and feeling good, having another type of body composition, more healthy,
Yeah.
you will gain as a byproduct, obviously more energy, more confidence and whatnot. And obviously reduces chances of health issues in the future. So I, I, I started like that, and my mindset was just, okay, so I have to do X, Y, Z to achieve this result. And I knew that if I didn't do proper nutrition, but good training, I might get somewhere, but not to the point that or to the goal that I wanted at the time. So I treated everything like to 100%. So, guys, when you hear something like you should have like it's all about nutrition, or it's like 70% about nutrition, 30% about training. Well, that's, sorry for my French, that's BS. It's 100% about nutrition, 100% about training, 100% about mindset. It's 100% and more about everything.
Oh yeah.
So I did proper nutrition, proper training, and I got somewhere, to be honest. Like I got a pretty decent physique. People start to notice my ID, my platforms, because I was sharing all those vegan meals and how I ate and everything. But the mindset pillar of it was missing. So I get to a point that I was pretty much content with my physique, but I wasn't feeling good. Like it was all superficial.
No,
Obviously, I felt good versus the one that I used to be, like talking about organic composition. Obviously, it was great, but the mindset part of it was missing. So I had my coaches. Every coach has his coaches, right? So you're a coach now. You had your coaches. I'm a coach. I had my coaches, and I have my coaches as well. And I started to do the things that I thought that they were like, nah, this is super cringe. Like, okay, journal, meditation, conscious breathing.
the small
At
habits.
first, at first it was like, nah, I'm not going to do this. It's not worth it. We all scroll down to IG and see all those quotes that at first they are like, it's super cliche, but then when you start to do the work, you start to realize that the aha moment, right? Like, oh yes,
The Eckhart Tolle
this is the
moment.
meaning. Exactly. The Eckhart
I
Tolle
wanna
moment.
I wanna share something with you because it's so interesting what you're saying, brother.
Yeah.
And I want to share with everybody here what's the definition a cool definition that I find on the internet about mindset. It says your mindset is a set of beliefs that shapes how you make sense of the world and yourself. It influences
Beautiful.
it influences how you think and behave in any given situation. So this is so interesting, right? I was asking you what it was the trigger that made you change your mindset. I think that is because you were perceiving the world somehow because your own mindset, right? It makes you feel like, oh, I need to change this way because where I'm going, if I don't do something, I would end up like, or I want to achieve better results. So I want to ask everybody here, if they feel during the day, or they can notice some days than other days that you perceive things in a different way, that you react sometimes in a different way. And I want to ask everybody here if you feel like that. Some days you are like more happy, or some days you react to same comments in a different way. It's anybody here that can share? You can put it in the chat.
Yeah, just put it in the chat.
Yeah,
Wave a hand.
whatever. Yeah.
You,
The
you
thing
can
is,
talk
like,
to us.
yeah, all these things happen because the way that our neurons are connected is how the mindset is created. And it means like we're going to react during the day depends on what we have over here, how the neocortex respond to that stimulus during the day. So why it's so important to change the mindset, to reprogram the mindset, so we can be in a better flow, we can be in a better mind state. How we can do that? What is the process look like to change from from a reactive behavior to a non-reactive behavior? What are the habits that we need to include in our routine? How we can start breaking that and reprogram? Because our mind, our brain, it's a record of the past. Like, it's a lot of research that Joe Dispenza have been talking about this a lot too. And then how we react, how we perceive the world, it's based in our record brain, how we, the things like we've been programmed so far. So it's a way we can change those patterns, we can change those neural path, and start living the past. Instead of living in the past, we can start creating a new map for the future, right? And through that, we can start perceiving, I can decide tomorrow to be the happiest person in the world. And it will not absolutely depends on the external environment. It will be depend just on me because I'm choosing to be that. And for that, I have to reprogram myself. And that's mindset. That is how I have to work. I have some questions here. Sorry. What have you found is good technique? Okay, have it. Mia just asked, some days I can get really low, but I have the tools to pull myself up again. That's so cool. That's so
Yep.
cool. I think sometimes those dark feelings are a sign to make a change. Yeah, absolutely. That's great.
Definitely.
Yeah, thank you for sharing.
Thank you very much for sharing. Yeah, we have
Yeah.
Gonzo. We have a question over here on the Zoom chat.
Oh, got it. Oh, we have two. Yep, we have in
Yeah.
Zoom and Instagram Live too. Can you read it, Tommy?
Yeah, definitely. So, what have you found is a good technique to use when you're having trouble maintaining a good mindset? And one day is good, the next is really hard. So that was Christine's question.
Oh, Christine,
Me is the other. Yeah. So
let's respond. You want to respond?
Yeah, definitely.
Christine?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, and I always tell my clients the same thing, clients, friends, whomever. Motivation, it's super overrated. Like, obviously you can be motivated one day, 2 days, 2 weeks, then it's off. We all going to have our ups and downs. We just need to, we don't have to forget why we started. That's another cliche quote, right? But it totally makes sense when you are doing the work. You don't have to forget the why. First thing first. The other thing is, when you are on the road to becoming a better version of yourself, the 2.0 version, you have to do the work, especially when you don't feel like it, because it's super easy when you're motivated. You will have your ups and downs. Quickest version of achieving your goals when in a shorter lifespan, right, is to follow someone that can lead you there fast. And why fast? I don't mean like, I mean, obviously you don't want to go to a concert and hear the last string of the guitar, and that's pretty much it. You want to go, enjoy, dance, enjoy the journey. Okay, so that's the part of the thing about these things. So we need to get fast over there because we want to learn, obviously learn in the process, but don't waste our precious time. So if there is someone here that, like Gonza, that knows a lot about supplementation, how to use it, how to use it every single day to help us, it's maybe a 5%, 6%, but it's going to give us like a super fast track of where we have to be heading to. So that versus trying to find everything for yourself is going to take you a while. He has already made the mistakes. I have already made the mistakes. I am continuously making mistakes, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing because we learn. But if you have someone like him that he knows a lot of that because he already committed all those mistakes, it's going to be good to have him like a coach.
I wanna add a little thing about that. It's amazing, brother. Yeah, I totally believe that's true. And also I will believe another technique, it's like you say, it's consistency, right? Consistency.
Yep.
You know, the only way that we can memorize a book is like by reading every day. And when we are strong enough, we're gonna have all those patterns recording in us, and when we're gonna build our strength inside of us. The thing is, we're going to be challenged. You know, the more we do the work, and this is Kabbalah talking about too here. The more we do the work, the more we're going to be challenged. You know, the more we prepare to achieve some task, the universe is going to show us, you know, a different challenge, a harder challenge, because we are not going to be challenged at the same level. It's not a challenge. We're going to beat it, right? We're going to be always challenged more and more and more. So that thing that we're working on is just challenge that, you know, sometimes you're going to feel like, oh, this day is so hard. That is the perfect exercise for you to keep working, to be consistent, and to show what you're made of. This is a test. Every day is a test. And the only way to get there is to consistency with good habits, doing reading in the morning, like, right? My partner and I will love to do meditation. Well, she is the one that follows up more than me, but meditation, like clearing your mind of any noise during the morning, like small habits continuously repeated over time. You know, like Jim Rohn says, repetition is the mother of skills. We want to build skill in something, we have to repeat it, we have to be consistent. And I think that's the best technique for applying this in this case, Christine. We have another one too. Well, the one that says Mia. Some days I can get really low, but I have the tools to consider. Okay, yeah, that's good. So So Litka, you wanna ask something too? I saw you like raising your. I know.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah.
And I totally agree with every day being a test, because every day is different, and it just gives us the opportunity to be better, and like, you know, getting all those bigger obstacles. And I feel like, you know, the biggest part of it is just like trusting the process and, you know, believing that you are already doing your best, because sometimes I beat myself up that I didn't react, and like I didn't, you know, I didn't act the way that I should, you know, on the level that I already am. But there is no levels, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah. So just trusting the process. That's what you were saying on the previous training. So yeah.
That's amazing. Thank you for sharing that. And that's totally fine. I think that the best thing that you can have, we're always going to react. We're always going to think. The good thing is to be aware of it and recognize it and make the work behind it. You know, if I know I'm recognizing, the best thing, I can be a reactive person, but the best thing can happen to me is that I'm recognizing that I'm aware of it, and I can start working on it. And that's great that you have that. That's amazing. That's amazing. So yeah, I think it's anybody here that wants to share a good habit they do in the morning, like meditating or reading the book. Or I know some people, like, I'm trying to implement that, like first time in the morning, like jump in the cold bath without thinking, just to breaking, creating new habits. And it's anyone that wants to share. We have Instagram accounts here too.
Yeah. There's a lot of people in the chat. I can share something that I tell my clients also a lot, and that's why I'm also a regular human being. I mean, like she said, we don't have those days that we are all popped up to go to the gym or to do our work.
Mm-hmm.
That's why motivation is overrated. But there's a couple of good things to do on those days. Is to set up everything for you to have a special moment in the morning, right? Like, okay, my mindset training. I pop up out of bed, grab pen and paper. I tend to go old school because I don't want to get into the phone first thing first, and I just like log in, aka do my journal work. So I can place whatever over there, just like 3 words or 3 paragraphs. Maybe I had a bad night's sleep, or nightmare or something like that, or even other things. I mean, it's at the end of every log I put dot. Nevertheless, something that I'm grateful for. So I start my days super grateful about maybe amazing things that are happening in my life, or maybe just the basics. Like, I woke up on my very comfortable bed. There's a lot of people that they don't have that, and it's super basic. I was chatting with a client, and I asked him, like, what are you grateful for today? And he was like, clean air. And that made me think, right? It's like, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, I'm grateful for that. You get into that state of, and this is not esoteric, because we are not trying to become yogis here. But there's a lot of truth on those practices, proven by science, that they can rewire our brain, the neuroplasticity. We can change. That's why we change our habits, and that's our new baseline. So what I do is that journal, meditation. And that it doesn't have to be like, once again, you don't have to become like a yogi. You can do guided meditations. That's pretty much it. 5 minutes, 5 minutes of journaling, maybe 3. One conscious breathing, only one in one day. If you do that day in and day out, man, you're going to, in 30 days, you're a whole different person. A whole different. And obviously, we're not trying to become yogis, right? But like the yogi says, if you don't have time to meditate or here to do the work, you should do it more. Why? Because it's you. It's the most important. You're the most important character of this movie, right? It's you. Just place you first, then everything will follow. That's it.
I love that, brother. I love that. I'm gonna take a note. I just sometimes I love to meditate. I just sometimes I don't do it for a while, and I just like, if we can just do, like you say, one conscious breath meditation, conscious breathing one time, it will change our life forever too. Just one conscious breathing. It was just like the moment to stop and focus what is going is here and not out there. It will change our life forever too. So I just want to say thank you to everybody for being here. The people from Instagram, from Zoom Live, everybody. Thank you for showing up today. I'm so excited to see what's coming up next. Thank you, Tomi, for being here and sharing with your heart, your feelings, and your expertise in these areas. And I know people here, if we want to do wants to know more about Tomi, you can follow him in Instagram. He has an incredible vegan coach program with nutrition and exercises, and it's amazing. He's been changing a lot of people's life in the past year. So yeah, thank you for everybody, because you didn't need anyone to pollinate it.
Thank you very much, man.
So yeah,
Chris is asking.
Yeah.
Do you have any books or something No, I don't. Well, actually, yes, I have one in, I think that Amazon, in Gumtree, something like that. That it's pretty much like 10 delicious recipes, just a mix of everything that I made vegan and some foods here from South America. That's pretty much it. I am writing though a book. It's going to take a while because I wanted to do it super uh, full of content and also funny. So yeah, but that's pretty much it. What I do is, like, instead of writing a book, I do maybe stories every single day. I try to share something of value every single day, like you guys are doing with everyone, with everything and everyone, with Airborne. And so you are doing an amazing job as well.
That's great. We have some people asking too if they we can share the live to watch it again. Of course, we're gonna be doing that. You can follow us on Instagram too, and Elevate Together. We're going to be sharing. We're gonna be posting the live over there too, and yeah, and for whoever wants to be alerted in this for this lives in our, we have a beautiful community that you just can sign up and you can receive alerts in your text messages whenever 5 minutes before we're going to live, so you can jump in, put your headphones, and being connected to these beautiful people here. So yeah, that's all. I thank you so much for everybody again, to everybody to be here. And Tomi, I love you so much. You're my brother. Thank you for showing up too and sharing with your heart. Everything was beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you guys.
Thank you,
Much
everybody.
love.
Bye-bye.